A very good morning class 8 students. I hope you all are fine and doing good. So today I'm going to teach you life science subject, and today we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is chapter number 2, that is organizations of living body. Okay, so in the last class I have taught you about the definition of the tissues, yes, and about the mesomatic tissues, about the permanent tissue. So today, just for the revision, I'm going to talk about the permanent tissues, and what I'm going to teach you is already written on the blackboard. Please look properly. Okay, look here on the blackboard. Permanent tissue. Today we are going to talk about the permanent tissue. Number 2, simple permanent tissue. These simple permanent tissue are divided into three categories. That is the Parenchyma, Collenchyma, and Parenchyma. Okay. So over here we are going to discuss about these three, about the structure, occurrence, and the functions. Okay. So let's begin our class. Now, what is a permanent tissue? Okay. What is a permanent tissue is that the plant tissue. What is a permanent tissue? The tissue that are completely developed. Okay, the tissue which are completely developed and have lost the ability to divide. Is called as a permanent tissue. Once more, I'm going to say you is that what is a permanent tissue? Permanent tissue, okay. Permanent tissue means the tissue which has completely developed and has lost the ability to divide is called the permanent tissue. Okay, that is the definition of the permanent tissue. Now let's go to the simple permanent tissue. Now what is the definition of simple permanent tissue? Now if you go to the page number 19, okay. If you go to the page number 21, okay. If you go to the page number 21, you can see the simple permanent tissue, okay. But I'm going to give you my own, this one I have searched in the internet, so I'm going to give you the definition of simple permanent tissue. Now simple permanent tissue, that the tissue that consists group of similar type of cell forming a uniform mass. Okay, once again I'm going to say you is that the tissue that consists of group of similar tissue. That means they in this simple permanent tissue there is a presence of simpler type of cells, okay, forming a uniform mass. That is a simple permanent tissue. Now these simple permanent tissues are divided into three parts, that is Parenchyma, Collenchyma, and Sclerenchyma. Okay, so first of all we are going to study about the Parenchyma. Okay, now what is a Parenchyma? Now Parenchyma is a permanent tissue. Okay, what it is a permanent tissue. Parenchyma is a permanent tissue which has nutrients and water, which store nutrition and water which consists of relative unspecialized cells in the with the thin cell wall. Okay, once again I'm going to say you is that what is a Parenchyma? Parenchyma is a permanent tissue. It is a permanent tissue which store nutrients and water, which consists of relative unspecialized thin wall cell. Okay, that is a Parenchyma. Now let's go to the occurrence. Now let's go to the structure. Okay, what is the structure of the Parenchyma? Now let's go through now look here. Occurrence structure. Parenchyma tissue is made of oval, spherical, and polygonal thin-walled living parenchyma cells with intercellular space. That means it is what in shape? It is oval, it is spherical shape, it is in the oval shape. Okay, moreover it is with an intercellular space. Okay, this cell wall is made of the cellulose. Okay, the cell wall which is present in the parenchyma, it is made of the cellulose. Cytoplasm usually have a center vocus. The parenchyma cells generally contain starch as granulose. That means there is a presence of what? There is a presence of starch as a granulose. Now let's go to the occurrence. Now occurrence, what is the occurrence means? Parenchyma is a fundamental or the ground tissues of a plant. Okay, and moreover it is widely distributed throughout the plant's body. Okay, that's the occurrence of the parenchyma. Now let's go to the function. Now what are the function of parenchyma is that number one, parenchyma are the chief packaging tissues. It is a chief packaging tissues. They fill the space between other tissues to maintain the shape of the organ. That means they fill whatever the space is there between the or shape of the organs. They used to fill everything so that they can give the shape of the organs. Second is parenchyma most frequently stores starch and therefore function as storage tissue. That means it has to store what? It has to store starch. Okay, that's why it functions as the storage tissue. Now third point is that parenchyma associated with xylem and phloem assisted in the transportation of water and food. That means this water and food also transportation of food and water is done by the parenchyma. Now another is chloroplast containing parenchyma. Parenchyma helps synthesis of food by the photosynthesis. That means whatever the food is being produced, it is produced by the process of photosynthesis. Thick wall parenchyma are Parenchyma gives mechanical support to the plant. Moreover, it gives a mechanical support to the plant. Let's go to the Collenchyma. Now, what is the Collenchyma? The tissue which contains chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis is called the Collenchyma. It's known as the Collenchyma. Okay, that's the definition of the Collenchyma. Now, let's go to the structure. Okay, now first of all, let's go to the structure of the Collenchyma. Is that Collenchyma consists of collections of closed packed living whatever engulfed cells with unevenly thick fixable glucose cells wall. Okay, that means there is a collection of what? There is always the collection of packed living tissues are there present in the Collenchyma. Now another thing is that Collenchyma are particularly thick along the corner. In the corner side it is very thick. Okay, that's the structures of the Collenchyma. Now let's go to the occurrence. Now occurrence means these cells are found mostly in the hydrophorous plant, usually occurring immediately between the epidermis of the stem, leaves and flower plants. That means this Collenchyma is always found is present in the stem, leaf and the flower parts. Okay, that's the thing. Now let's go to the function of the Collenchyma. Is then being flexible in nature, Collenchyma gives mechanical strength to the plant's organ. That means it also give a mechanical support to the plant. Okay, it also has to give the mechanical support to the plant. Okay, that is the first function of the Collenchyma. Now number 2 is chloroplast containing Collenchyma takes part in the photosynthesis. Whatever chloroplast is present in the Collenchyma, these are included in the process known as the photosynthesis. And photosynthesis always takes place during the daytime, not in the night time, because it needs sunlight. Yes or no? If the water is present, in the air is present, then the sunlight is not present, then there is no then the process of photosynthesis will not be there. Okay, or during the daytime it only works. Now let's go to Collenchyma. Now what is Collenchyma? Now Collenchyma is a type of permanent tissue that they are dead, thin, narrow cell with thick thickened walls without any interspace. That means there is no space left in the Collenchyma. Okay, there is no space, means the space is totally filled. Okay, there is no space at all on it, and it is known as a dead. It is also known as a dead also, means more like just dead. Okay, now let's go to the structure. Now structure I'm going to say you fast because the video is going to be lengthy. So let's go to the structure. Okay, Collenchyma are hard cells with a heavy and uniform, thick, lightified secondary walls. It is known as a secondary wall. Moreover, it is very heavy and is very thick also. Okay. Moreover, these cells are living when young, but gradually lost protoplasm die when fully formed. That means when the cell during the young, okay, the cells are living. The cells are they are living, but once they lost the protoplasm cell, they are died. They are are fully died. They died when fully formed. Okay, the cell wall is provided by the cavities called pit. Okay, Collenchyma tissue is include two types, that is Collenchyma fibers and the simple fibers and the sclerid or the stone cells. Okay, these Collenchymas are two types. What are the two types? Collenchyma fibers and the simple fibers, or you can call as stone cell also. Okay, so let's go down to the occurrence. Collenchyma are usually found in the patches below the epidermis and the endodermis, and also associated with the vascular bundles of leaf, stem, and the root. These are always present. This Collenchyma are always present in the it is present in the vascular bundle of leaf, stem, and the roots. Okay, that's the thing occurrence. Now let's go to the function. Due to the presence of heavy thick, okay, due to the presence, already I have said to you that it is very thick and it is very heavy also, yes or no? So Collenchyma is most effective chemical tissue of the plant. It gives thoughtless and rigid to the different parts or organs. That means it also gives some kind of support to the plant. So in this particular video, I have taught you about permanent tissue, simple permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue are divided into three types, that is the Parenchyma, Collenchyma, and the Collenchyma. So I have talked about the structure, occurrence, and the function. So students, hope you have understood this chapter video. Thank you so much.